computer.
All right, we're
Recording in
ready.
progress.
We're
All
ready.
right. Yeah. All right. Great. Well, welcome to the interview on sit down and talk questions with Ari. Except this time, I will be giving the questions and she'll be doing the answers. Normally, I do the answers and she'll be doing the questions, but she would like for me to interview her this evening, so this will also be going on my channel as well. So if you're new watching this evening, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and get that out of the way. And happy Tuesday evening to you all. Hope everybody's doing well. So welcome to the interview of Sit Down and Talk Questions. I would like to welcome my guest, Ari. Welcome, Ari.
Hi. I first and foremost would like to say thank you, Wes, for allowing me to come on your channel and collab with you and things of that nature. Second off, I'd like to say, if y'all have not already, go like, comment, and subscribe on the Wesley Brown's channel, because he brings us wonderful music, and the fact that I am able to do this interview, I am blessed and honored to do so. So, yeah, thank you again, Wes, for having me.
Oh, no problem. It's no problem. Shout outs to yes. Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming along with me and taking the time out of your evening to have this interview. I'm very excited because I know you interview me all the time on different topics, but I never get to do your interview with you, so it's like a treat for me. It's like a treat. So I do it with a lot of my other friends. And just never got around to you, and so sad. But I'm so glad I'm here with you now. Make up for all them times.
Yes, I'm glad. I am glad to be here and be able to share this experience with you.
Yes. And so we got a list of questions here that she sent in. Wow, I feel like I'm talking on a radio station when I said that, but anyway, it's all good. But yeah, she sent in a list of questions here, and I'm going to read them, and she will be sharing her answers, and we're just gonna make it fun and sit back and enjoy, you guys. So ready to get started? You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so the first question is, number one, can you share the inspiration behind starting your podcast, Sit Down and Talk?
Yeah, sure, I can say that. So basically what happened was I originally was going to do a podcast about love.
Right.
And I was going to make it a Facebook podcast.
Right.
But as I started doing as like we kept progressing and doing more episodes, I was doing it with my brother Wes. I started to do topics on other things that I had knowledge on. So I was like, okay, let's come up with a name with it. So after, like I said, it turned into from nothing, just talking about love, to talking about everything. And we came down with the name, and I was like, what about Sit Down and Talk? And you were like, yeah, let's do it. So from then, we just decided to do that podcast.
Okay, great. Yeah, I remember, because it's giving me flashbacks. I used to have this like little riff I used to play to open up the Sit Down and Talk episodes. I remember on the keyboard.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Well, great. That's awesome. Yeah. And it's been going ever since, correct?
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Well,
so go ahead.
I would love to continue doing more episodes, but I have not in a while. I've been slacking, so yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. I understand. I understand. But yeah, well, that is awesome. Well, keep it up and keep going because it's definitely a good show. And thank you so much for letting me be a part of that show. And it's just an awesome show, uplifting, positive, and it's just real good. And I know if we haven't done it yet, we probably have, but we should do a Christmas sit down and talk sometime. That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, we have done a couple.
Yeah, we have the times. Yeah, that was pretty fun. But great. Well, let's keep that up. It's definitely inspirational to me because I always tell them, and I always tell my viewers and everybody, and tell her it's like my show. It's like you guys ever see a show that you love in the evenings? Well, that's my show. Sit down and talk. I love that show. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it's such a great one. Well, let's get into the second here. Number 2. The next question is, what topics or themes do you enjoy exploring on your podcast episodes?
This is a really good question because I kind of did a spoiler alert in the first question, but so I used to love talking about love, but then as time went on, I loved to talk about self, how to improve self, how to make self better, how to just learn how to cope with our environment and others and things of that nature. So yeah, that's the main thing. My main objective is to talk about self, my own experiences and things like that. But once I come back, I would love to talk about more like tea time, story time, and things of that nature. So yeah, it's a variety of things, but
right. Yeah, especially when you I love it when you talk about this topic too, because it helps me in the long run. When you were talking about relationships, different things about relationships, for like female's perspective, and then like for the male's perspective. I like how you cover on both sides. I like that. Right. Yeah, that's real good. It's real good. But yeah. All right. Well, we can move on to the next question. Not unless if you have anything else.
No, I don't have any more questions.
All right. Okay. All right. How do you approach selecting guests for your show, and what qualities are you looking for in interviewee?
Oh my gosh.
Could describe. Sorry, y'all. Voiceover is giving me. Describe a memorable or challenging moment from one of your podcast interviews. All right, yeah, interviews. Okay.
So, yeah, that was a tongue twister.
Yeah. It's all good.
So, when it comes to how I select my interviewees, I basically select people that I know. I have not yet had people that I don't know. Like, I definitely like to select people that inspire me to keep moving and things like that.
Right.
So, as far as my most challenging, memorable moment on my podcast, so I actually had picked a day where I started at 7. So it was like my lucky number is 7 because every event I'll do, I'm like, let's start at 7 p.m. that is. And when I did that the one time, I was using 2 devices. I was using my AirPod. I was using my iPad pod and my phone, and I had got this little nice cheap iPod off of eBay, and that ended up crashing before one of my episodes. So I had to end up just trying to find a way to do it again. Luckily I had a phone, but I just used the iPod, so that's why it was so challenging. So like I said, we ended up just using the phone. Because at the time I didn't know about things like Zoom, I didn't know about things like this, where we could just be together. So I had to just do that thing, like do the bootleg thing, and
right.
go live with two devices. And since that thing crashed, I didn't really know what to do. But like I said, I had my phone. That was really challenging because, yeah.
Got you. So when there's a will, there's a way, right?
Yeah, there is. Yes, amen.
Yeah. All right, that's great. I'm glad we found a way to keep it going. Because for one, I love being on there, performing with you, and like I said, being a part of the show and just being there, doing a lot of different episodes. And I'm always excited to see what the next episode brings us, especially when I'm just watching it and I'm not performing, just watching, for my free time. So yeah, that's great. So, all right, well, if you don't have anything else, we'll move on to the next question.
No.
All right. Okay, number 5. What do you hope? What do you hope listeners take away from your podcast episodes?
I hope they take away the inspiration to do better. Like I said, since I focus on self, I hope that listeners can say, "Oh, she's right," and actually, me as a listener that goes back and listens to my own episodes, I can say from experience, I definitely take away the main objective of that episode, because it flowed so clear, it flowed so well that it's like, yeah, you're right. So it's definitely a harsh reminder, and it's just a good thing to have. So I just hope they take away that encouragement to love self better.
Right. Well, I'll just say this before we move on, and I'll check see if you have anything else. But I definitely, as a listener, performer, and part of the show, I've took a bunch of stuff away from the show. Like I have, and I'm talking to everybody here since this will be on my channel. I've took away a lot of different stuff and a lot of good stuff, and reflect on a lot of different things, because and it's like having, to me, I look at it like this: if you have like a favorite radio host that you listen to in the evenings or something, or even a favorite like TV host that you like to watch or something, it's like your best friend. Of course, she is my best friend / sister, of course, but you know what I mean. Like, it's like you have someone there that understands you and knows where you're coming from, and that really touches me. So keep doing what you do, because I love it. I do.
Thank
so
you.
Yeah. So if you don't have anything else, we'll move on to the next one.
I'm good over here.
All right, number 6. How do you prepare for an interview, and do you have any specific techniques for making your guests feel comfortable?
How do I get ready for my interviews? So what I basically do is just come up with questions that that fits them or fits the topic that we're talking about that day. And yes, my technique to make people feel comfortable is I try to form a relationship with them during and beforehand, so that way we can be comfortable with each other. Not only that, we can be comfortable to not only for you guys but for us, because I am a type of person that loves to bond, and I feel like real conversation is what makes the show go on and be alive.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a wonderful show. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but I just can't express enough. It's a wonderful show. And I agree with you. I agree with you. But yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you're ready for the next question, we'll go on to the next one.
I'm ready.
All right. All right. In the world of podcasting, what trends or changes do you foresee in the future, and how do you plan to adapt? Yeah, plan to adapt. Yeah.
That's a good question. So I see. I've been seeing lately, people love that tea about, basically your personal life and stuff like that. So I guess I plan to adapt in a way. Like I said in one of the previous questions, my future progress are going to be like, I'd like to start this thing since, people like to hear the tea. I'd like to do this thing about like memories area or something like that, where we talk about our most spiciest, our most emotional our most emotional memories and all that stuff. So yeah, since I talk about self, I will get more into self, so that people that listen to my show will know more about me and the people that I affiliate myself with.
Got you. Okay. All right. I see. All right. All right. Number. Now let's see anything else. We'll move on to the next one. Okay. Okay. Next question. Are there any dream guests you would love to have on your podcast, and why?
That's a good question.
When I was reading this question, I said, "Y'all, this is gonna be real good right here."
I'm sorry. I know this is a professional interview, but okay, there is somebody that I love to have on my podcast. Whether I should say this person or not, I don't know. But so to make things just more clear, this person is an inspiration to me. As a matter of fact, they have been doing what they do. They've been doing what they do since they were young, and they have an amazing story behind it. And why I like to have them on my podcast, well, that's because, like I said, they're an inspiration to me, and I love to bring people that are inspiring to me. And I would just love for people to hear how they cope with their disability, and I'd love to hear how they have adapted to this world within the amount of years that they have been here and all this stuff. Of course, I'd like to continue to have Wes on my channel because he is an inspiration, and since 2016 he has made life so much better and things like that. And he has a dream that he is starting to follow as well. And again, since
Right.
he is
Yep.
an inspiration to me, I would most definitely like to dive into more topics and, bring him on to those future episodes that I was talking about. So yeah, it's
Right. Right.
and then I'd like to start having like celebrities. Like I want my podcast to get known. Why that is because they are celebrities. I want to know like how they got there because I'm kind of trying to be a content creator myself. So like,
Right.
how do you keep sanity? How do you adapt in this world? And being that you have a larger fan base and obviously a status that carries fame. So, yeah.
Yeah, and before we move on, I would like to agree with you definitely on that because I also, for you guys that are new, subscribe to my channel. I would like to say I also do interviews as well with other people and podcasting. I don't, she does like the sit down and talk thing, but I do like a interview and podcasting. So, they kind of all fall together in a way, in their own sort of kind of way. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, and thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, I would like to have some people on my channel as well and interview them and do music podcasts with them as well. I would love to do that one day because I can think of some people as well that are, famous and that are still living, of course. So I definitely get where you're coming from. Yeah, definitely. That would be very awesome. So we both gonna make it happen for our channels. We're gonna do it with the support of each other. We're gonna do it, right, sis?
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. All right, bro. If you don't have any more questions, we'll move on to the next one. Let's see. All right. How has hosting sit down and talk influence your own perspective or understanding of the topics you discuss?
We used to have this segment called Blind Awareness, and just hearing what other blind people had to say kind of first of all made me feel like obviously I'm not alone, and second of all there's a lot of things that I'm obviously not comfortable with yet as a blind person, and just hearing that the fact that they can get out here and do it all by themselves makes me want to push to do better for myself. So
Amen.
It's definitely been a good experience. I would love to get back into doing sit down and talk.
Oh yes, definitely.
I would love to just have other blind people as well to just talk about their independent experiences as well. I love hearing them. I don't like talking about me all the time when I can just hear what others have to say. So yeah.
Right. I got you. I was definitely understandable for sure. Yeah. Well, let's see here. Number 10. Can you share a anecdote or behind the scenes and story that highlights the unique experience of creating your podcast? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying my best.
No, like I said, I loved how this podcast first came up. I love the fact that, I talked to a lot of people about this podcast and sharing it with Wes and all the stuff. Like it turned into him playing for a podcast talking about love to us talking about different topics. And I definitely hope and pray that this can grow. As a matter of fact, I would love to start it back, but yeah, I mean, it just grew so much, and then come to find out, I actually, sorry y'all, I have hand sanitizer on my desk. But come to find out, I had a lot of listeners who actually enjoyed Sit Down and Talk and asked me if I could bring it back. So yeah, just the talk of sweet nothing turned into a let's get serious, talk about self and all that. So that's
right,
it, yeah. That's pretty much it. Nothing really, amazing or anything like that.
Right. Well, me, I say we definitely got to bring it back. I really enjoyed, like I said before, and I'll say it again because I love it. I would definitely love to perform for you and continue performing for you. Opening the show, closing the show, and of course playing during the show. Again, that was a lot of fun to me. And keep up the good work because I love my show, especially watching it at night before I get some sleep at night. So it's definitely a good unwinder for the evening. And all I can say is if I ever find a significant one day, it'd be nice to watch that with her in the evening. So, if you out there, hello. But yeah,
hi.
I just had to throw that out there. But yeah, I mean,
hey to my brother's future girlfriend. Whoever you are, listen to me, baby. You have a lot of work to do, baby. And I hope and pray that you can, that's crazy. I hope and pray that you can, meet his standards and treat him right. So yeah.
Yes, amen. But yeah, I just had to throw that in there since we've been talking about love and I mean, everybody deserves happiness. Everybody really deserves happiness.
Yeah, my brother deserves to be happy.
Yes, and be kind.
Mm-hmm. He deserves to be happy in the now, right now.
Yeah. So if you out there, you watch this, and years down the road, or weeks, or whatever, what have you, drop a comment and let me know. But that is all the questions. I want to thank Sister Ari for coming on my channel this evening for the interview. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. And I would love to have you back again sometime for another interview or just bring back a sit down and talk.
I love that.
Something else I would love to do on my channel, even bring back a sit down talk and name it Sit Down and Talk Reunion. That'd be pretty neat since we haven't done it in so long. Just give us some YouTube ideas, titles. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, she's gonna send this to me so I can put it on my channel. I will keep you guys posted on how far it'll be coming along to be out there. And again, thank you so much for coming, sis. And I'm glad we could do this evening for Tuesday evening. And so I'll be looking forward to doing it again with you some other time. And please, if you want some more of this sit down and talk, go check out her channel. And if you would like to give your channel, sis, you're most welcome.
My channel is the Liz Family 2020, but he will put it in his description box.
Yes, I sure will. You can text that to me, or I can just, of course I have it memorized, so I can just type it out however you want to do it, or I can just go to her channel and just stop that link to the subscription box. That'll be the easiest. So if you
guys... Oh, go ahead.
But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But you go ahead now.
Yeah, but thank you for having me on your channel, Wes.
Oh yeah, no problem. And thank you so much for coming. I'm glad you could make it this evening. And I'm looking forward to having you back again soon.
Thank you.
And before I go, I would love to say this. I know things are the way they are and they're pretty crazy. I'm not gonna get into it, but wouldn't it be awesome to bring back either the 2016 or the 2019 reunion Savvy for Sit Down to Talk? Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Oh, that
Wouldn't that be awesome, bro? I just had to tell this before we leave because that'd be awesome.
Well, guys, all I gotta say is stay tuned for some exciting things.
Yes, I agree. And you guys take care and have a great Tuesday evening. And I will see you soon. And this will be up in the evening as well. So, yeah, enjoy.